What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Sips and Sniffs. I'm your host, your boy Hidden Gems, and we are about to have a conversation about where to start. Now, as many of you know, or for those who are already here, I'll give you a few minutes and just kind of introduce you to what we're doing today. For those who are new, my guy Walt, he's been saying he's the news. Well, I am here to help you find your purpose on this journey through Fragcom and this journey that you're about to take dealing with fragrances. So that is why I'm here today to talk about where to begin and, give some pointers on how to shape your journey, how to travel through these expensive waters, should I say, because boy, I tell you what, this is not the hobby to have if you don't have good financial management or deep pocket, one or the other. But excuse the hat today, man. Look, your boy hasn't made it into the barbershop recently, and my personal barber doesn't actually show up until Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I've got to wait until the end of the week to go get this cut. So until then, just deal with it. But let me go ahead and get to the chat, man. Let me go ahead and get to the chat. Joel, what's going on? First one in here. You are on what is that? The cell phone side. Yeah, send of the day is boy 1920 Dodo Cafe. All right. My guy Dan, not the man. You too are on the cell phone side, but that's all right. Love it nonetheless. What's up, sippers and sniffers? Send of the day is stronger with you, sandalwood. All right. My guy Will reminding everybody to go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you, my guy. All world, what up? Oh, David Falsberg. Not exactly sure who that is. Man, let me take a look real quick. Let me see here. Ah, okay. I see. David Falsberg. He was a perfumer. All right, world. I'm guessing that you are up to date on. Rest in peace to David Falsberg. He is the perfumer for Phoenicia Perfumes. Yeah. My condolences to him, his loved ones, his family, and everything. Sorry to hear about that. Might have to get my nose on some of his fragrances in honor of him, man. Because there are some perfumers out there. But let me go ahead and continue on here. I'm not sure what just happened, but yep. Dropped something, but all right. Let me go ahead and get to this real quick. What up, Jules? Jewels? My guy, Rich Money Cash. What up? Missed that Rockets logo? Yeah, man. Throwbacks are always. What's up, man? What's going on, Raph? Of course, I already seen you repost that. Slim Gotti. What up? What up? Happy Monday to you. My guy, Chief of DC, man. What's happening? Fat Boy Finesse sent you. I do appreciate you for coming by, man. Hey, that's my guy, Walt. We like to do a little handoff around here in our little community, man. Appreciate him for that. But what up, Mo? What's good? Hey, Mo, don't forget to text me and let me know if I need to send you Frank's information. I forgot. I saw it while I was on the phone with Corey and I got tied up, man. I apologize, but I got you. All right. X-Straight to Byron, what's going on? Good evening. Sin of the Night is Carnal Flower by Frederick Mall. What's good? What up, David, man? I am doing well. So far, so good. We'll see how I get some sleep tonight, man. It's been tough. It's been a rough week. And it's only Monday. It's a damn shame, man. Simone Chansey. What up, Simone? In the building, fashionably late. Sin of the day is Samardi. Or Sarmardi. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Sarmadi. All right. Smelling good. That Donna, y'all. Man, hey, look, we're going to talk about it a little bit today. Today, what we're going to get into is kind of understanding how to expect your taste and fragrances to mature, where some of us come from the mass appealing, I just want to, smell good side, in which, it's very understandable that you go with a lot of dupes, a lot of Middle Eastern cheapies and whatnot, because they're going to get you that. You're going to smell good, to others, you're going to project and whatnot. But as you spend a little more time wearing fragrances, your thoughts on fragrance, your usage on fragrance will change for sure. And we're going to talk about that today, man. But let me go ahead and get through here, get towards the bottom. My guy Dutch, what up? Scent of the day is Zerjoff. All right, what is that? Louis the 15th Rose. Yes, sir. Slim Gotti with that signature by Toomey. All right. Make it make sense, man. With bottles. What's good, guy? Archive 69 by Tot Libre de Orange. All right. Haven't smelt that one, man. I need to get my hands on that Discovery set. I heard it's pretty good, man. Y'all confusing with these dual lives. Yeah, man. Look. We'll talk about that another time, man. I got to get my numbers up. And hey, you know what I'm saying? When you're on the celly, all right, when you're on the celly, the vertical view, you get views. Let's be honest. People just come through and swipe. They may not stay long. They may throw a racial comment or whatnot here and there, but it's a view. And for some, it looks good. So, I do apologize for those who are over there on the vertical stream, man. Come on over to the regular, all right, to the 16 by 9. Hey, come join the chat. Questo Fresh, what's going on, man? Scent of the day is Scent of Woods, plum and cognac, mixed with a little Fetty Says plum fig. Nice. I know you're smelling good, man. Let me get down here, all right? The Rock, what up, Esteban? Scent of the day is Pineapple Express by Sensual Obsessions, all right? All right. My guy, Ricky Garrett, what's going on, man? Scent of the day is Michael Malone, Argar and Myrrh, all right? John C., what up, baby? Scent of the day is Alambar by Laboratorio Olfactivo or Olfactivo. Okay, one of them. Need to get my nose on that. Scent of the day is Francesca Bianchi, Byzantine Empire. All right. What up, Walt? I know you popping in for a short time, not a long time. All right. Scent Boss as usual. What up? What up? Scent of the day is Tony Iommi, Monkey Special. All right, that passion fruit. Got you. I feel you, Walt. I got you, my boy. Let me go ahead and get down here. Acknowledge everybody, man. Curtis Knight, what's going on? Am I on the Rockets? No, man. This is DFW forever. But, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a basketball fanatic, so I show love to everybody, including the Lakers, including the number 2. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, number 3, LeBron James. Show him a little love. Show him a little respect. All right. Rafan, what's going on, man? They taught their Libre frustration. I think that's that caramel joint. That's good, man. Already. Yeah, it does increase attraction. You already know, Walt. Hey, I had to take that from him. You know what I'm saying? Took that out of his book. When Walt first started going live, he caught on to that. I saw the numbers. Hey, the views grew and so did the subscribers. So, we're going to go ahead and, when you see something working for somebody else, the wise man always pays attention and files a suit when things are going in the right direction, So there we go. Hence, there we go. One of our first trolls from the from the vertical section. Gotta love it. What up? Already. Scent of the night is Lost Tribe Beauty. All right. Gotta hop on some of these artisanal brands. I know, bro. I know. Right now, after what we had with the New York trip, the money that was spent and the money that's coming up for the holidays, brother, I will be there next year. I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, man, Curtis. Hey, look, I got family that plays for the Mavs here and there. He's on a 2-way contract. Right now, he's killing it in D League, G League, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he pops up on the roster here and there. Miles Kelly at Dallas Mavs. Check him out, man. He's also a Texas legend, soon to be legend. So yeah. I'm going to order them. First time in trusting. You're right, bro. All right. Yeah. I hope you're talking about the Thana pack because that Thana pack is nice. All right. Rich Money got to reverse engineer YouTube. Yes. All right, y'all. We're towards the bottom at this time. Perez, what's going on, man? Hey, brother, we got to have it, bro. Whether it's in the chat or whether it's behind the camera, the brotherhood is important, man. And yeah, you got to have some camaraderie around here because there are a lot of people that are out here being decisive, trying to, just trying to spread hate, not share the love. And unfortunately, yeah, we're trying to work against that. My guy Corey in here with the scent of the day, one of the ones I still need to pick up. next year for sure. But all right, so getting back to the point of this, all right. So as y'all know, all right, we are here to talk about where it all started or where we should start. All right. Now, many of you have probably already been seeing a lot of people post about this more recent release by Rasasi. As a matter of fact, Walt talked about it earlier. All right. I have nothing to disagree with Walt about in this. This definitely is something on the original side from Rasasi, and I was quite impressed. Wore it today for a gym sent earlier and a little later. All right. Got a chance to hoop in it. Was actually playing basketball, shooting around, and I was catching wafts as I was moving through the gym, moving on the court. I'm telling you. But today, starting off, we're going to talk about Hawass, Rasasi Hawass Atlantis. All right. As you can see, this right here, y'all, this is a really good aquatic. Now, for the level of perfumery that it is on, all right, it is good. All right. One of the things that I like about this is, like Walt said, it's original, but man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the way that they put the C notes together on here, I'm telling you, Rasasi is onto something. All right, Rasasi is onto something. Now, let me tell you, hey, the notes read bergamot, lemon, apple, cinnamon, watery notes, orange blossom, plum, cardamom, driftwood, musk, patchouli, and ambergris. All right. Now I'm gonna tell you this. All right. There is a C note vibe. Even though it says watery notes, there's a C note vibe. And I know it's coming from a combination of that plum that's giving it a little depth, the watery notes on top of some of that driftwood. This is really nice. All right. Now, for the level of perfumery that I'm dealing with here, I can say that this is beautiful from a Middle Eastern dupe standpoint. It was quite impressive, y'all. So far, so good. It's been about 7 hours I've had it on me. All right. Really nice. The citrus is not one that you're going to get like in Cobra or some of the other ones. The citrus kind of gives it a little, it kind of elevates the watery note vibe along with that plum that provides a little sweetness, a little deepness in there. Man. Now, I know you're going to see cinnamon and cardamom. You really don't get really a spicy factor until it starts to dry down, but honestly, you've got aquatic citrus, kind of a driftwood feel. All right. There is a muskiness that also provides a little density in here, but this is good. Y'all, if you want something, Jules, no, I haven't washed. All right. I have not washed yet. All right. So, unfortunately, I had a late workout. All right. Not, I had two workouts. I had one that I had to actually leave abruptly. Then I had to go back to the gym since we're on this. All right. Since Jules was so gracious enough to point that out. All right. Yeah. So still wearing it. It's been 7 hours and it's still good. I will be washing my ass a little bit later. So don't worry about that, Jules. All right. But anyway, getting back on time. This is really good, man. Look, sniff. I wasn't sniffing while the cap is on, Jason. You see, the chat provides so many distractions. People are anyway. Anyway, all right. But like I was saying, man, this is a really good introduction to an aquatic fragrance. Man, for all those who are looking for something simple, something that's just mass appealing, something that's going to have you maneuvering through crowds throughout your day, just smelling good, I would definitely recommend this. All right. I mean, you know, one of the things I was talking to somebody about was, a lot of us in our early stages, we come into this space trying to smell good for others. You know, we want to make sure that when we walk by, we're being recognized, whether it's by our dress, by our talk, or by our smell. And, for the way that this performs, for the way that it projects off skin, and for the way that it's put together, this is a good start, y'all. This is a good start to a watery, aquatic, kind of fruity, fresh vibe. All right. Now, here's the thing. A lot of us like to talk about dupes and how you start there. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nowadays, for the way that they're putting these dupes together or these Middle Easterns, there's almost no need to really go out there and go get designers. Some of the designers. I'm gonna be honest with you. And wait, don't cut my head off. Let me explain. All right. The level of oils. We've been saying this. The quality of oils are increasing. They're not on the same level, but they are increasing. But for the price points, and let's stop acting like price doesn't matter here. Okay. Let's stop acting like price is not an issue. All right. For the price point, for what you're getting in the level of perfumery, and for the quality of oil, sometimes, hey, that $50 dupe is better than that $130 designer when it comes to the way people try to spend their money. And I stand by that, you know. Now, are there some dupes that are not of the same quality? Definitely, but you have to get your nose on to see which ones you can tell. All right. Now, from me and the way I wear, this right here would knock off quite a few dupes I've smelled that have that C note or that C vibe. However, I do have one, y'all, that is actually pretty darn good. All right. And it actually has a kind of a C note, C accord in it. And y'all, this comes from the House of Brioni. All right. And that is Brioni EDP Intense. All right. Now, on here, all right, for the most part of what you get, you're going to get just as far as Fragrantica says, it says Italian tangerine, Calabrian bergamot, pink pepper, green apple, patchouli, saffron, argotwood, oud, a little vanilla, and some ambroxan. All right. But I'm going to tell you this. The way that they put the citruses, the pink pepper, and that apple, it gives off almost a salty vibe, a salty blue aquatic vibe with some citrus in there. Honestly, it has the sweetness from the green apple, but that feel is one that's very similar, in my personal opinion, to Rosacea Was Atlantis. All right. I don't know if it's the juiciness of the apple or the juiciness of the other fruits, the citruses and whatnot, but it definitely comes across as a bit aquatic as well. But I will tell you this: when sprayed on skin, this definitely does have a noticeable difference in oil quality. All right, this is smoother than Hawas. All right. This, you don't have to wait for it to dry down for some of the synthetic nature of it to go away. This one right here, it is what it is when you get it in the bottle, when you spray it out of the bottle. It's just good. All right. Now, unlike this one, this does dissipate into something a little woody, but this is more, the Atlantis is more of a dissipation. And I do believe that this Brioni EDP Intense, I think this is Intense. Yeah. The EDP Intense, this is more of a switch up. All right. This is definitely more of a switch up. This is more of getting to the next level. All right. And what you get in here is a little bit of wood, a little bit of oud, as it says, but it's nothing animalic. It's not going to be your stinky oud or anything like that. It's just going to be woody oud. All right. Noticeable. You're going to still keep up some of that sweetness because of the vanilla in the base. Okay. It's going to be throughout the entire fragrance. But yeah, but it does give you a different accord, a different feel on the dry down. I believe that this does have a dry down and that one has a dissipation. There is a difference. It's hard to explain without you having it on skin, but trust me, there's a difference. And I ain't going to lie. The one thing that sticks out about Brioni and this brand is, boy, I tell you what, I got this for under $100. I think I may have paid like 70 something dollars for it, maybe 72. And man, boy, this magnetic cap It is something else. It is something special, man. I love being able to do that over and over again, knowing that it's going to hold now. I still don't feel as comfortable holding it like this, but hey, so far so good. It's holding on. But yeah, so if you were to get started and you wanted something aquatic, definitely start off with your Rasasi Hawass Atlantis. I think that's a good starting point. All right. But if you're looking for something that's a step above, that's going to pretty much give you a little bit more, I'd probably say Brioni Intense EDP is definitely a good step. And yeah, that's going to be a good one. Now, let me go ahead and get in here. What up, Jeremy? What's going on, man? I appreciate you for coming through already, my guy. All right. Got a few more people in here, ignoring Jules. All right. She's probably just a little grouchy because it's almost her bedtime. All right. So she wants to throw a little hate in here. What up, Mo? Yes, sir. Designers for sure. Some of these are getting on the level of designers. Now, hey, that's still steps away from niche and indie niche, but at the same time, they are making it hard for the designers. But the problem with that, and I've had several conversations about this, is that here's the problem with that, man. As you start to lose the difference between designers and dupes, it starts to make it more important for the niche brands to step up what they're doing as well. Because this whole thing, man, I'm telling you, it's recently we've talked about this in Walt's Live. We talked about this with Corey. I've talked about it with Jason. Man, some of this stuff is starting to become very simplistic. All right, very simplistic, very easy to do, but also very just easy to enjoy. There's no artistry in it, and it kind of takes away from the whole point of niche. I would think that if your brand is only designing niche fragrances, or if you have a niche brand and you're only designing fragrances, I would expect you to come out with as much, if not more, artisanal fragrances than there are just mass appealing fragrances. You know, when we see what Louis Vuitton does, we understand Louis Vuitton is matching fragrances to kind of go along with their mass appealing, or not really mass appealing, designs for their fashion and whatnot. And we see it in other things. Brioni, they make $1,000 to $10,000 suits. So when I smell the Brioni line, I could see someone buying a suit and then buying the Intense EDP or just a regular EDP. I see them buying it. I understand why. Mass appealing, easy to wear, easy reach. You know what I'm saying? It's going to look good. It's going to have anybody. And so long as you fit your suit, it's going to have anybody smelling good while wearing one of their custom suits. I'm just saying, you know, it makes sense. But when you have brands that have no hand in the fashion industry, have no hand in anything other than fragrance, it's kind of it's been disappointing seeing that they are trying to match the easygoing sales that so many of the dupes and designers are doing, you know. And so, hey, that's one of the things that I'm hating right now. But I'm looking forward to next year because I'm hoping that some of these niche brands will step out of the norm, step away from what they're doing and trying to do a bunch of money grabs and get back to where they all started, man, to where they're making something for the connoisseurs, or to bring people into appreciating the artistry of fragrances, you know. So I'm looking forward for them to get back into that. But let me tell you one, all right? So you've got a starting point at Atlantis. You've got a midpoint at Brioni Intense EDP, all right? And then if you want to get into the niche, and this is definitely indie niche, but still niche nonetheless, I would recommend you for the right price, because it's not that expensive. It's less than what I think right now it's like 155 or 175, but it's still the next step up. If you want something that's going to give you an aquatic feel, sea notes in a sense, I would recommend from the House of Day 3, Del Mar. All right. Now, love the old school bottles. All right. Love it. All right. In here, you're going to get a lime peel. You're going to get lime, bergamot, ginger, sea notes, jasmine, lily of the valley, coconut, musk, and amber. Ooh, on screen. Yeah, forgive me. That spray must have been so powerful it knocked something off of my desk, man. I don't know what's going on. But y'all, in here, this is beautiful. It should have been my first purchase from the house of day three, but it was unfortunately my second. Y'all, that lime in here is the lime that is that lime hint that you get when you squeeze that lime into your margarita, or say for instance, you take a shot of tequila and after you chase it with that lime, it's that smell you get after you've sucked on the lime and you take that first breath out of your mouth. This is what you get, man. Along with that bergamot and ginger, it really does give it almost a tequilic feel, a citrusy tequilic feel. But this is good. Also wrapped in there, you've got the C notes, man. This literally has a smell of coconut and sea. All right. This right here transports you to sitting on a Latin beach. All right. With the margarita in hand. All right. Preferably a house margarita with the top notch or top shelf liquor. All right. And you've got salt around the rim and a lime on there. And y'all, you are taking your time sipping it. That is where Del Mar is going to send you. See, Atlantis smells good. Atlantis smells tropical, aquatic. All right. Atlantis is going to have you in a good place for whatever you're doing, simply whatever you're doing. All right. Atlantis, I would definitely wear it out. Atlantis is one that I want because of its strength and whatnot. I'm going to wear it running errands, going to the gym, where I'm going to be moving and I want people to smell me. It's going to give a hell of a sillage. All right. That it will do. Brioni, smooth, a little more gentlemanly. All right. Still mass appealing. All right. It's going to be higher quality off of the skin. This I've worn with white tees and jeans. It definitely worked. But at the same time, eventually I wore it with the suit. And y'all, wearing it with the suit messed me up. It messed me up a little bit. I still try and wear it for casual outings. But nowadays, when I wear this, it's got to have a button in it. And I'm talking about the shirt. It's either got to have a button or it's got to have a jacket with buttons. All right. No zips. All right. This right here is definitely a step up from easygoing, compliment getting. Everybody's going to say, hey, man, that's nice. But if you want something that's going to provide an experience, that's going to get you compliments, but at the same time, it's going to put you in a state of mind somewhere else. Instead of providing you with aquatic notes or sea notes, it's going to put you in a seaside mind state. I am recommending that you go ahead and save up your chochas. You ain't got to save long because they're not that expensive, and go with Del Mar. Del Mar, y'all. Simply beautiful. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Look, this is a beautiful blend. All right, beautiful blend, and it's worth every penny. All right. Now, let me tell you about this. Day three. The beautiful thing about Day Three is that as a company, they have so much confidence in their style of perfumery, and they do a great job. You go out there to their website, check it out. Go get a decant discovery pack. All right. And they will put the cost of that discovery kit towards your first purchase of the bottle, of a full bottle. Now, unfortunately, they don't have these bottles anymore. Unfortunately, they have gone up to the 50 mils that are going to look like this. Okay. So they're going to be a little taller, same style cap. All right. Day three on there, but they're going to be 50 mils and they're going to be looking like this as opposed to this. All right. But either way, the juice quality doesn't change. All right. Still beautiful, still great. And it's still 50 mil. Let me go ahead and get back to the chat, man. Let me see real quick. Fat Boy said, James might think I'm crazy, but I take Santal 33, make it sweet, aquatic, and add some moss for depth. I definitely get the moss, get the sweet and the aquatic. Told you that. Santal 33, you might have lost me a little bit. But maybe that's that driftwood feel that you're getting along with that thick musk. But the sandalwood, I can see the reference as far as the feel, but the sandalwood and Santal 33, you got me on that because that is milky thick sandalwood in there. So, but I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going. All right. Look, that said they got a million notes on man on Parfum Aroma. Wait, what is it? On Parfumo? Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Look, I get a lot of my stuff from Fragrantica because right now it's still the most reliable, even though Fragrantica is the Wikipedia of fragrance reference, because people can go in there and put whatever the hell they want in there. All right. They can put, I was talking to Corey about this. People be making up fragrances and putting it on there. You'd be like, oh, where I get this from? And it doesn't even exist. The company's never existed, but as far as I'm aware, it still offers more listings of fragrances than any of the other sites, especially new and old. And for the most part, it comes closer to the notes in a lot of cases than many of the other websites do as well. So for now, bear with me. All right. Like Walt said, like everybody said in the past, take it with a grain of salt. But this is that is Fragrantica's review. And I believe that holds true, though. I believe as far as the description they provided me with for Del Mar, I believe that's true, man. Look, House Club been wanting to check out the house for a while. Yeah, man. If you're talking, let me see. Brioni EDP? No. I got Brioni EDP, but I got Brioni Eclat as well. This is the intense one, and it's a banger. Definitely want to check out that house. And they're cheap. They sell them at JC Penney's. I think I got this one on eBay for like $72. I got the EDP for like $50, and they sell, and the Rosy Cloud, I think I got it for like 60 something. So yeah, man, definitely worth it. All right. That boy Wall said I'm trying to work. Y'all tripping. Yeah. Bo Dominic, what's good, man? Appreciate you for coming back by. What's going on, man? Good evening. Good evening. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, as you get through your journey and whatnot, when you figure out your starting point, not everybody has to start at the cheapies, but not everybody has to go through the designer realm either. I know a lot of people that are going straight from the dupes to the niche, and either way, it's definitely okay. You know what, Walt? Now that you say that, that EDP Intense, I would even say to Michael Malone, what is that? He has a blue fragrance that definitely would be a crossover between a crossover from the Middle Easterns as well. Yeah, definitely good, man. Definitely good. I forget what it is. Let me take a look real quick, man, because I was supposed to get it, and I ended up not because I chose to get something else, of course. But let me get in here real quick. All right, so we got Michael Malone. Ocean Noir. That's what it is. Ocean Noir. I actually like it. All right. It definitely has a marine feel, sea notes, as you can see. All right. And has a Tangelo and everything. Yes, it's definitely a step up from Atlantis as well. All right. It definitely will be on par with Brioni Intense EDP as well, man. Definitely good. Extract to Byron. He said Tom Ford Private Blends was $200. Now they are way out of line, especially discontinued. Yeah. Tom Ford's asking for all his money up front, especially now that they've been, who were they bought out by? L'Oreal, or they bought out by somebody. You know they were going to raise the price and lower the quality. So it is what it is, man. All right. You guys get to smell the House of Cosmo at Scent Explorer. Is it that good? Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, I have been in conversations with Chris, the owner, and again, the perfumer, and we will be having an interview with them at the beginning of the year. They're wrapping up things. I will be talking about my pickups from the House of Cosmo soon. Just been kind of busy trying to put together everything else. Also, still being on these lives and trying to figure out how I'm going to schedule myself going into the new year because I've got some other things to talk about and whatnot. So, yes, definitely we'll be talking about them soon, and we'll be interviewing them because y'all need to know about them, their line, and their story. It's one to talk about. It's one to discuss, man, for real. All right. Let me see here. All right. Lucius is a prime example of something basic, very easy, easygoing. Yeah, definitely needs to be. They should step that up. All right. Let me see here. All right, time to order ship. If people forgot about them. Yeah, that's always a problem. Gourmands actually are one of the least things being cloned. Yes and no. They're finding a way to clone the more popular ones, my boy. All right. And one of them I'm gonna talk about in a moment. One of them I'm gonna talk about the step up in the advancement, and how they clone something. And I'm gonna give a, how do you say, it's not a direct relation, but it is a relation in gourmands, as far as a transition from the clones from Al Hadamay, all right, to Tom Ford, all right, to one that we have been talking about more recently, but one that I have fallen in love with. And after I take a shower, shout out to Jules once again for throwing that out there. I will be wearing tonight, and I have been enjoying it. I think I've literally worn it for about four nights out of the past 10. Yeah, man, this is good. All right. Where do I get these discontinued bottles from? Man, look, I make it a point to go out there and get something when I have an inkling. All right. There's a nature a feel that I get when I know that something's going to sell out. So I cop as many as I can. All right. If we talk it off there as a gourmand, then yeah. I mean, it can be considered, but not necessarily. There's the sips component. You know it, man. Let me get down here a little bit. All right. Bo said the Malecon, all right, and the Dominican Republic refers to popular seaside boardwalks. All right. And I'm gonna tell you this, yes, that is a feel too. If you are walking with a drink in hand and you are going, yes, man, I definitely get where that picks up. So Del Mar, get your nose on it, y'all. Thinking out loud. Maybe it's because I don't consider certain things gourmand like most people. Yeah, and that's the thing. Nowadays, like, people are trying to push their the way they see things on you. Whereas what we're trying to do here between me and Walt, we're just trying to get an understanding so that we can get you to shape your own thought on it. You know, so yeah, gourmands for me used to be something that smelled edible, but for so many people I hear, if it has a certain style of vanilla or a certain style of caramel, people just automatically insinuate that it's a gourmand. And for me, that's not so much the case. But if it does have a nature of something that would be considered edible, if it was turned into something physical as opposed to gaseous, all right. If it was in a solid state as opposed to a gaseous state, would it be edible according to the way it smells? That's how I kind of see it. All right. Does said Jim said Latin beach like the sand and water speak Spanish. All right. Take it easy on me, man. Take it easy on me. All right. I think Mont Blanc Extreme, all right, is easier to dress up than Brioni. And it is. It might be. I actually haven't gotten my nose on it. So that's one that I got to touch grass and go to Macy's or something and go check it out. All right. Corey, can we please stop the synthetic versus natural? Natural is not always better in perfumery. Please stop. No, definitely. And when we say synthetic, when I say synthetic, I'm not talking about whether or not when I say synthetic, there is a synthetic feel. Okay. Now, sometimes that may just be something that's overly sweet. Okay. It's almost like if you were to add too much sugar to the Kool-Aid as opposed to just the right amount. That's when I start talking about synthetic. It's not always a negative. It's just that it's overly done. And a lot of times I'm not even talking about whether about the perfume oils, because some people talk about natural relating to the perfume oils. That's not my conversational piece. Mine is more of, if you've ever smelt something in its natural state, like say, for instance, if you were to peel an orange and you were to smell it, orange has a natural smell to it. And that was one of the things that I definitely liked about some of the way that Day 3 blended some of their products. They actually gave you a natural feel, like in a scandalo. I think it's the guava. It's a natural guava. You're not going to get any sweet notes to it like that. It's not going to come across like narcotica or passion fruit. They do a more natural feel of smell. Okay. So when I say synthetic, I'm talking more about the feel of the smell, where it's coming from. Is it sweet? Or is it overly sweet, etc.? All right. I I am not about to entertain this. Anyway, all right. Yeah, Mr. Clark, it should have been my first, man. Go ahead and get in here before I get to the next one. No, people who have bottles that are 10 to 15 years old, only thing that happens is the usual top notes fade. Yeah, the things they definitely fade off the skin early. Um, I think I got one that's literally 10 years old, and I'll get about the citrus in it for all of like 15 minutes, and then it's gone. Quick as that. Sandalwood is not as thick as it says. It's not as thick, but it's creamy as hell. It's creamy as hell on my skin. I tell you that. What up, DJ? Salute, my guy. All right. Let me go ahead and get in here. You referring to people that were natural deals. Let me get down here, man. Ignore some of this, man. Ocean Noir, yeah, appreciate that. Look out. All right. Kevin, what's good, man? Set of the day is gin and tonic. All right. My guy Kicks Griffey, what's going on, man? All right. And let me see here. Fragrance Dubois, Lucas, Burlington 1819, simple composition. Yeah. And they tried to throw a little cumin in there, which doesn't sit well on a lot of people's skin, to kind of throw a twist in there. And I'm going to be honest with you. In my personal opinion, it definitely wasn't one of the best moves. Some people love it. Some people like it. Me personally, I bought it. I enjoy it, but it's not always an easy wear. Depends. All right. Yeah. Never consider Naxos a gourmand. I wouldn't either. Some people say it's gourmand because it has honey. That's crazy. That's crazy. But then other fragrances, they use honey to just sweeten up the fragrance a little. They never acknowledge that it's a gourmand. Crazy. Crazy work. What up, Ty? What up, my boy? My college friend, my childhood, well, not childhood, my college friend, all right, and ex-college roommate. What's going on, my boy? All right, Fat Boy said, definition is simple to me. If it makes me hungry, it's gourmand. All right. Appreciate that, Walt. Let us know your nature. All right. All right. And yeah, all vanillas aren't created equally. True, true, true. Silky Woods is not gourmand to me, but people say because it's a vanilla. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy. But people justify things in their own manner and whatnot, and that's fine. Just nowadays you need to give a disclaimer as to why you feel that way, because some of this doesn't make sense to me and a lot of people. But hey, Raph, because many say it has a lot of tobacco, is it smokable? I don't know if that would qualify as a gourmand, but perhaps definitely it will make it a cigar lounge fragrance. I'm not sure. All right. I'd love for someone to send me a sample of a fragrance that's synthetic. It is better than a natural. Well, I'll put it like this, man. If you're talking about synthetic oil or synthetic notes, are you talking about natural oil or natural notes? That's what I got to understand. Gourmand, anything that smells realistic to anything, which is kind of wild. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let me get on down here. That's how I judge it, man. That's what I run with. That's what I would run with. World said that Naxos was an ultimate letdown. I was expecting something crazy, and all I got was a support. Oh, World, be respectful, my friend. And yeah, Walt said just because you add honey or vanilla or apple doesn't make it. Man, look, people don't make sense nowadays, and that's what it runs into. But let me go ahead and get to my next example. All right. So, as we stated, this is a journey that a lot of people get on. And, like I said, I'm here to make sense. All right. I'm here to provide, all right, purpose in your journey. So, with that being said, let's talk about something that is technically a date night style fragrances. All right. Now, there are some that might even say that these two are gourmandish. But let's start at the beginning. All right. I had a couple of kids that I've talked to, young adults at this point, graduated from college, and used to train them in basketball. They asked me about fragrances. Well, I recommended one. They didn't want one that was expensive, so I recommended one that I had been feeling at the time. It was very good to me. Um, Definitely enjoyed it, and so I went ahead and recommended from the House of Al Haramain, Amber Oud line, Dubai Nights. All right, Amber Oud, Dubai Night. All right, now beautiful thing about this is, I mean, it's a great date night scent, or at least I've been able to use it as a great date night scent. I don't know about everybody else, but what you're going to get in here is saffron, bergamot, elemi, all right, argo wood, Bulgarian rose, lily of the valley, tonka bean, amber, white musk, or white musk, and oak moss. All right. Now, from a date night aspect, the thing that I love best about this is you're going to pick up the citrus off top. You're going to get the citrus. All right. You're going to get a little bit of that Bulgarian rose. You're going to get some of that argo wood. All right. And the argo wood is kind of going to play in the background. Definitely. Now, with that Bulgarian rose, you do kind of pick up the extra florals, all right, from the lily of the valley, playing a supportive role, definitely, as usual, all right. But you also get a sweetness from the tonka bean and the amber. Now, this amber is not one that's going to take a darker turn. It's going to probably give it a little body along with the white musk. The white musk is going to soften it a little bit, definitely soften up that saffron. But it's also going to provide a little bit of thickness in the scent, all right? But like I said, that tonka bean is going to give the sweet nature. The amber is going to add to the sweetness, but also darken up just a tad. And that saffron is going to add pretty much to the density of the fragrance along with that argo wood. On the dry down, you pick up the argo wood more than anything, a little bit of the saffron. But throughout the gist of it, you're always going to get the tonka bean and amber all the way through the end of it. All right. Now, this typically lasts anywhere about 7 or 8 hours on me. I am well moisturized. No diddy. All right. But this works like a champ. And I have gotten plenty of compliments, plenty, meaning more than just a few from my mother. Okay. Or a few from my girlfriend. All right. This is definitely one that I have worn in the past on dates. You know, and it's funny too, because I actually got a couple of decants from a couple of people of this before I even bought the bottle. And after I wore out one of the decants and I wore out half of the other, I immediately went out there to look for the best price and I found it. I think I got this for maybe like under $40. Boom. Great pickup. Al Haramain, Amber Oud Dubai Night. Now, a lot of people are wondering, is Al Haramain, hey, what is it a dupe of? All right. Well, it is definitely a creative dupe of Arabian's Tonka by Montal. All right. Now, are you going to get the full extent of it? I'll be honest with you. For the most part, yes. As a matter of fact, I like the argo wood twist on this one a little bit more than I do on the Arabian's Tonka. But honestly, this is close. This is one of those fragrances that Corey and some other people were talking about where they make it so simplistically that it's easy to dupe. But is it a great fragrance for date night? Yes. Easily a date night fragrance that works. All right. Definitely going to get you compliments. If you're dressed right, you have the right conversation, you're making eye contact, you're close enough, they're in proximity, you're going to get noticed in a good way wearing this. Real talk. All right. This is definitely one that I will recommend for anybody starting their journey. Easy date night reference. All right. Now, I will say this, though. Me personally, I don't care when I wear it. It could be hot outside. I don't want it to be smoldering. But if it's pretty much 80 and lower, this is going to work. 80 degrees and lower. So on a warm, overly warm, night in Texas, I'd still wear this. I have worn this. So there you go. But in the cold, this is going to shine. My guys can't say subpar. You can't say it's subpar? Yeah, no. Naxos is not subpar, man. Yeah. You might have been expecting something else because so many people hype these fragrances up and give it so much more claim than it deserves. But Naxos is a really good fragrance, easygoing. I don't care what nobody says, has a green nature to it with the honey and the tobacco. It is sweet, but it's decadent in a sense. Not decadent in a gourmand sense, but decadent in that it has some legs. You know what I'm saying? It's going to carry. It's good. It's good. All right. And I don't care what nobody says. Love you, world, but no, it's not subpar to me, in my honest opinion. All right. But Raf said people also compare Naxos with Pure Vine, but Pure Vine has a lot of cherry. Who the hell compares it to that? Hell no. And I got Pure Havana. I'm not even going to do it. Y'all have seen me pull out Pure Vine several times. All right. Corey, yes, that's another discontinued bottle that I truly love. All right. But Pure Vine and Naxos are not the same. Are they both tobacco? Yes. Are they both sweet? Yes. But one is hella cherry tobacco and truly a pipe tobacco, because I have relatives that smoke pipe tobacco, cherry pipe tobacco, and Naxos is definitely just sweet honey tobacco. Two different fragrances. Disrespectful when they put those together. Might be subpar, hype it up, was getting maybe, but I can understand the Naxos is very masculine. It is, man. Easy recommendation. Easy recommendation for anybody that's looking for something that's on the masculine side, but still of a sweet nature. Yes. Yes, Jules. Hadamains are nice. Yeah. I've got 5 of them. Yeah. And honestly, I could have more for the quality, but I just don't want to do another imagination clone in that Dubai, whatever. And there are some other ones that are just they're a little subpar. You know, they're not worth getting the clone for. All right. Exactly. People often get it wrong because tobacco is listed in the notes breakdown, but tobacco is a supporting note in Naxos. Yes. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, because and I understand that world. Yeah. When you think of all that Zerjoff offers, and you think of some of the other bankers, you think of something that's a little more complex. When you smell it, you're probably thinking, and some of them you think, oh, it says oud, so I'm going to get something similar to the Indian oud and Alexandria too, or perhaps something of a more animalistic or a more sweet nature like that oud that they use in Luxor that I got. I mean, but honestly, it's a very mass appealing, simple thing. But people that jump from dupes to Naxos are like, this is amazing. And I understand. I get it. But at the same time, they too are early in their journey. So you have to give them grace, world. You have to give them grace, Mundo. Joe said, I feel you, Walt. It's more honey fragrance for you. Yeah, man, it is. It is. All right, let me go in here real quick. Let me get down here. Fat Boy said, Decus is still growing on you. The way that thing hits the skin is interesting still. And it's probably, I think it has rhubarb in it. The rhubarb note is a interesting one on skin. You know, let me see real quick. Let me see here. I believe Decus does have rhubarb in it, if I'm not mistaken. Or it has a note that definitely goes for a twist when you put it on skin for a lot of people. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not rhubarb. Tuberose. Tuberose always plays weird off of me. Not to mention the way it's blended with that tobacco. So I definitely get what you're talking about. It is interesting. It is interesting. Now, according to Fragrantica, it has old Papanax. I don't know about that one, but I don't really pick that up much. But definitely that tuberose always gives me a weird feeling in a lot of fragrances. All right, let me see here. Let me get down. What up, Alicia? What up, ma'am? How you doing? All right, let me get towards the bottom real quick. I'm looking through here. Pico Viodama, yeah, I had a run last year in these fragrance trees, definitely. And in Richwood, yeah. Richwood is a little too simplistically woody for me on skin, but it's definitely good. Pico Viodama, it's definitely good. A little too powdery. Clean fragrance, but yeah, I remember I had the chance several times to pull it. Still got a chance to pull it, but yeah, I'm good on it for now. All right. Jay Wapplegate, all right, said Team Naxos. Yeah, crazy versatile and gorgeous scent profile. See, And those who are looking for something that's going to give a little bit of complexity, but still have that niche feel, that high level perfumery feel, they're going to enjoy it, man. All right. Somebody block Worlds real quick. Put them in timeout for about 30 seconds. I am going to explore a bit outside of the usual. I'm telling you, World, that is my plan going into the new year. I'm dead serious because it does get a bit mundane. It gets a bit mundane. And although I talk about some of the same things that Walt and them are talking about, I'm still a little further along in my journey. And yeah. And it's not a knock. It's just that, yeah, that paradigm, it was low key. It was good mass appealing, but for the hype that came out and for what I was expecting, it was ass. Okay. Good mass appealing. Does it wear well? Yes. Is it a good fragrance? Yes. Is it worth the dollar? Not really, because of the price that they're charging. But would I blame anybody for purchasing it? Hell no. When I smelt it, it smelled good as hell on me. But it smelled too easygoing, and I'm tired of that. So let's move on. All right. So, like I said, I would recommend that Al Haramain Amber Oud Dubai Night would be a starting point for a good date night fragrance, something that's going to be almost delicatessen like. This does have a gourmand nature to it, but it's not gourmand. All right. It doesn't lean enough in that direction. Now, if I were to recommend something that's a step up on the next level or whatnot, but has a similar feel for a date night presence, I would definitely have to refer to one from the house of Tom Ford. Tom Ford has quite a few in its collection that I would recommend as date night fragrances. But this one right here, all right, because it's linked and it has a connection, all right, to Al Haramain Dubai Night via the rose, via a little bit of the kufi, the nutmeg, a little bit of the citrus, and some of the vanilla. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and recommend for that next level transition, Tom Ford Noir Extreme. All right. This right here, like I said, gourmandish feel. All right, has a gourmand essence, but to me, it's not a gourmand. It's just, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. This does have a gourmand feel. I'm gonna consider this a gourmand because I tell you what, the way this smells, if this was taken from its gaseous state and put into a solid form, I'm telling you right now, I would definitely blindly eat a piece of whatever this was on the plate. Pause. However you want to feel. All right. I would definitely take this, put it in a solid form, and eat it. That's how good this smells. All right. That's how good this smells. Y'all, cardamom, nutmeg, saffron, mandarin orange. All right. You've got neroli kulfi. All right. Rose, mastic, jasmine, orange blossom, vanilla. All right. On top of that, you've got, and then at the base, you've got vanilla, amber, woody notes, and sandalwood. Yeah. This is beautiful. I wore this the other night when I went out with my friends. Hey, turned a couple of heads. Yes, I did bring sand to the beach, but ain't nothing wrong with looking. You know what I'm saying? But turned a couple of heads, got a couple of compliments. Yo, get your nose on this if you have it. This is next level date night fragrance. And it's designer level. But honestly, even though this is designer, the way that this goes on so smooth and hangs around for hours, y'all, Tom Ford did his thing with Noir Extreme. Real talk. All right. And this is just a simply beautiful fragrance. Honestly, I could see this as a low-level niche, except for the fact it's Tom Ford. And, we know all that he supplies in the fashion sense, so it can't be niche, but y'all, beautiful. Truly beautiful. All right. My guy Ralph says Starlight was released. Yep, that is a beautiful cinnamon balm. All right. Many hidden gems in the whole Xerjoff lineup, Dutch. Yes. And we are going to take time to figure them out. Ain't that right, Rob? We're going to get some of those hidden gems that nobody's talking about, but are masterpieces within their own creation. All right. They said the whole Kimmy line was off the chain. Yeah, I need to get my nose on some more of them, man. All that Nexus talk made me make it my sin of the night already, David. For real, man. Yeah, that's my bad, Ralph. I said rhubarb, but I meant tuberose. I meant tuberose. That's my bad. What up, D-Man? All right. What up? What's going on? Sin of the day is Armoff, Club de Nuit, Intense Men, EDT. Smelling good, my boy. All right. Smelling good. One of the ones I would recommend for anybody. It's a staple at the beginning of your journey. Staple. And that thing shines. That citrus in there is heavy. Sweetness. It's there. But that citrus in the opening, oh, beautiful. But once you get past those 15 to 20 minutes of screechiness, yeah, man, that is a nice wear for real. Let me see here. Yeah, the tuberose and iris combination had you twitch. Yeah, that's the thing. It does it for me too, man. I ain't gonna lie. I will not lie. It has balsamic accords because remember, Decus is a homage to the first three 1861 perfumes, Naxos, Zephyro, and Renaissance. Okay, all right. That's a bit. Raf coming through with the facts and the history behind the fragrances of Nat and Zerjov. I see you. Don't get you started in your Zerjov bag now. We won't, man. Rockboy T said, Jims, how do you feel about 40 knots? Man, I've only smelt it once, and that was over a year ago. I cannot say for sure what I think about it. Hey, just know, me and Raf are going to go through the House of Zerjov this upcoming year. God willing. All right. We are going to talk about so many of them, and I am afraid to see what my collection of Zerjovs looks like at the end of next year. It's going to be crazy. I already know. Not worried about you, man. Children of the cornbread. I see you making up words. Yeah. Yes, we tend to do that, so that people have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. I'm going to make up some words, but you get the gist of it. Yes, sir. Those lines are great. Join the club line, Shooting Stars, Oud for Stars, K Collection. I want to get to know all of them. All of them. Yeah, hey, Noir Extreme. Yes, you call it go. I do too. I am now. I will for now on. It definitely is good. It is nice, Alicia, for sure. Yes, sir. All right, my guy, God Body Kev. What up, baby? All right. Nah, not a gourmand aspect though. Okay, see, I mean, like I said, I would consider a gourmand only because if I were to take it and turn it into something solid form, I'm telling you, I would eat it. Based on how it smells, I'm gonna eat it. All right. When I wear Noir Extreme, I'm expecting whoever's around me, female wise, that I'm dating, all right, is going to want to take me home and ravage me. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting to get ate up. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting to be eaten alive that night. And it's worked more times than not, like a charm. So yeah, Tom Ford was vanilla in the dry down, I believe. Haven't smelt in a bit. Okay, yeah. Definitely has vanilla in the dry down. Definitely sweet, gourmandish feel. Yeah, got to get your nose back on it, Byron, for real. Yes, sir. XJ, you already know, man. Dutch said 40 knots is beautiful. I believe it, man. I got it. I got to get it. Dang, Bo, you had 19 Zershovs? Let me see how many I got. My guy, you have me beat by one. I got 18. You got me beat. Hey, I see you love the line too already, baby. All right. And Lisa said, I mean, yes, she will handle you if you wear Noir Extreme. You already know. I'm trying to tell you. What up, Mr. Gumbo? What's going on, man? I'm so happy fragrances opinions are subjective because everyone doesn't have the same sense of smell. Exactly. Because what someone thinks is a great scent, I think stinks. Mr. Gumbo, are you trying to tell me that you think Noir Extreme stinks? Let me know. Let me know. Because if so, I might have a bone to pick with you. I might have a bone to pick with you. Now, there's some that I definitely understand, but that one right there, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, sir. But all right, so like I said, man, starting off with a early journey recommendation, we're gonna go with Dubai Night. And let me get this off from here. All right. We're gonna go with Dubai Night, of course. Al Haramain. Then when you step it up and you want to invest a little more money into your spending of fragrances, I'm gonna recommend that Tom Ford. All right. Now I got you, Simone. I know. It was good having you in here, though. If you can hold on, hold on. And I tell you what, I told y'all that I had another one that's going to be my scent of the night. I've been wearing this out recently. I truly have come to love this. Yo, this right here. Let me go ahead. This right here is my swag. All the girls are on me. Swag. Yeah, it took me back to Soldier Boy times. I'm telling you right now, I love this fragrance. I love the way it's put together, the composition of it. If you want to get towards the top, if not at the top of your date night fragrance journey, I am recommending that you get your nose on Dwarf from none other than the House of Donna. Right now, this right here has become one of my favorite date night gourmandish feeling fragrances. All right. Y'all know we've been talking about Donna, but this right here, look, spent my own money on it, y'all. Own money on it. Dwarf. Man, beautiful. Y'all, the beautiful thing about the way this is put together is that you read the notes and you see hazelnut, coffee, cardamom, all right, pimento, frankincense, jasmine, vetiver, dark chocolate, amber, and sandalwood. But the thing that is that initially you're going to get this spicy, peppery opening. All right. So that's going to probably be part of that pimento, a little bit of the cardamom. You're also going to get the dry, almost granular, grainy feel of dry coffee. All right. Imagine if you were grinding coffee beans. All right. That's the scent along with that spicy opening that you're going to get. Y'all, beautiful. Okay. Then on top of that, you get other spices such as the frankincense, on top of the hazelnut, which is going to give it a warmth to it. But that nuttiness is also going to add to the spicy nature or give it a little more of a fuller feeling, which is good. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. And it adds to it a little bit. It gives it a little natural feel, adds to the dryness as well. And then, of course, it says that there's slight florals, some vetiver in here. Maybe that adds to the rough nature, but what you're going to get underlining in the midst of this is a beautiful, they call it black chocolate, but it feels like dark chocolate. It's their own personal blend, but y'all, there's a little more to it. It's not your normal dark chocolate. It's not milk chocolate. It's almost if you had a milky dark chocolate in here, which I have yet to see, but this accord is so beautiful. And what happens is after the initial spray on skin or even in the air, that black chocolate engulfs the spicy nature. It engulfs that nutty nature from the hazelnut. It engulfs the coffee. And it gives it a decadent gourmandish feel all over again. Now, of course, it has amber and it has sandalwood. So you're going to get a creaminess after about 10 minutes. You'll start to get a creamy feel. It's going to give you a creaminess to that chocolate. The amber is going to give it a little density, give it a little depth, a little darkness. But y'all, this right here, I can't speak highly enough of it. All right. Shout out to Kevin Mathis. All right. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I think it's Mathis, or Matisse. I'm not sure. But shout out to him, y'all. He concocted this. It is beautiful. It is one of my favorites. It was one of my first three. I told y'all that I was debating between this and Iftathon as my first purchase. I went ahead and got Iftathon, but this was hands down my second. And no regrets. Worth the purchase. Love it. You heard? Love it. Let me get in here. This will be the next transitional stage from Tom Ford Noir Extreme. I would go straight to Duoff, especially for the price points and whatnot. Can't lose. Can't lose. Still gives you an artistic nature. It's not just something simple, simply beautiful. There's beauty in it, and there's beauty in the creation of it and how it composes itself on your skin, man. I'm telling you. Great. All right. My guy Will said it's good. Yeah, Duoff smells amazing. Yes, it does, man. All right. My guy D4G, man. Hey, look, my guy Mo, my bad. The fragrance plug. I got to start remembering to refer to you as such. My boy, hey, I remember you did say that was number 6 out of the set of 7. I did hop back in and catch that live. Y'all go holler at my boy, the plug. He has a live that he went live today, I think around noon or whatnot. And he went over the entire house, man. I'm telling you right now, it was your number 6, but this was not my number 1 or number 2, depending. All right. Beautiful. I love the feel. You know what I'm saying? My boy said, now the Ifterton, yeah, it's a beast. It's beautiful, aromatic, light, sweeter, green apple nature to a Killian smoking hot feel. Not as dense, not as dark. Doesn't have that cherry dry down. Yeah, definitely good. Dutch said, Samardi? All right, what is that? Samardi. Okay. Yeah, I gotta check that. I gotta spray that on again. I think that's the amber one. I definitely like it, but man, I gotta go with yeah. Duoff is it's the jam. It's the jam. Let me see here real quick. Get back in here. Duoff is my bedroom scent. Is hugging me to sleep. I'm telling you, fellas, if it got Simone over here hugging her pillow, just think about what it'll have your girl doing to you if you put it on. She gonna be hugging. She gonna be hunching. Hey, you never know. Might get you lucky tonight. Go get you that Discovery set. I think it's priced at $275. Use SIP 10. All right, SIPs 10 for a discount code. All right. You get all 7. You get 20 mils of it. Yeah. You know, I'm not an advertiser, but when I find something I like, y'all, I'm definitely going to speak to it. All right. I'm definitely going to speak up for it. All right. And I'm telling you right now, let me see where. Okay. Got to get it out the box. All right. Get it out the cover. Y'all, first and foremost, comes like this. All right. As you can see, you see the Magic Elixir collection. It's on a box. All right. All right. Now, as you get it, pull it out. That's what she said. You're going to pop open this part. Pop this open. Flip it up. All right. Make sure that everything's in there. And hey, boom. There you go. Beautiful set. All right. 720 mils. 720 mils. Gives you more than enough to wear and decide if you're going to get a bottle. All right. Hell, for most of us, shit, that 20 mils can last a long time, especially if you got about 50 bottles, maybe 30 bottles or more. This can last. But this right here, I believe is $275. Use SIPS 10, all right, to get you 10% off and get you a great wearing experience. All right. Now we've been talking about where you start, but this is close to where you want to finish. All right. It's not the end all be all, but this is close to finish. All right. This right here is well worth the price. This is an investment so that you can know where your fragrance journey should end up for the most part. All right. Now, me and my journey, world is about to take me on another journey, y'all, into a different realm of things. But I look forward to it all, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But get your nose on it, y'all. Check it out. Now, I was talking to Jay Chantel. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Y'all, I downloaded Nightbot. Okay. I got Nightbot in the chat. I haven't put it on yet. But basically, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to wait for her at this point. I'm going to go ahead and start doing the giveaway this week. Okay. I'm going to start doing the giveaway this week. And I am about to pair up body oils and fragrances. All right. So I will be creating a thumbnail. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on Thursday or Friday. All right, probably be on Friday, to be honest with you. That way I can make sure that I've got your undivided attention, because I don't think anybody really goes live on Fridays. All right, but we're going to do about an hour live. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to give away. I'll probably do like 3 giveaways this time. And I'll probably try and do another one next week. But this Friday, I'm going to do a giveaway. 3 of them. And it's going to be body oils and fragrance. All right. So if you want to be a part of this, make sure that you're there. All right. Make sure that you are there. And I need you in the YouTube live. So if you're watching me over there on IG, all right, come to the YouTube side, y'all. Come to the YouTube side on Friday. I'll let you know what time. And yeah, join us for the giveaway and the conversation. All right. But moving on. All right. Yeah. Going back to it. Do off, y'all. Beautiful. Now, all right. Now that I've given you a little bit of help, hopefully I've given you some recommendations for you to further your journey. All right. Hopefully I have. All right. Let me talk to you about something that I got my nose on. All right. Now, yeah. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Max over there at Dallas Perfumes Wholesale. Shout out to Ali. All right. Went in there to get this. And when I first smelled it, when Mo sprayed on my skin, I was like, boy, this is a hot damn mess. Okay. I don't know how anybody likes this. But I started talking to Max. We're talking about some things. And, started moving around. I stayed in there for about 30 more minutes. And y'all, eventually, I won't lie. Right. Yeah. Eventually, I got to understand a little bit of the hype. Now, here's the thing. I'm talking about Rasasi Hawass Viper. All right. This is not for everybody. This is definitely one that a particular person, genre of person, or even culture of person would prefer. Y'all, this is Middle Eastern blends, okay? Because honestly, I don't know exactly what it reminds me of, but it reminds me of something that I remember smelling at the Middle Eastern school when I used to work there. But y'all, you are going to get something that is good, but I see where they're trying to go. Now, for those who have smelled Black Afghano, I see why you related to it, but there are certain things that are different between this and Black Afghano. It's been a while since I've smelt it, but you'll never, if you smell Black Afghano, you'll never forget it, okay? Because it is dark, it's heavy, but it's actually pretty good, especially after it gets to drying down after about an hour or so. But let me go ahead and bring this up, man. So on Viper, all right, this is what I got, y'all. The notes off of Fragrantica reads saffron, cannabis, thyme, all right, green notes and Divana in the top, tobacco, coffee, raspberry, cinnamon, and violet in the mid, and tonka, musk, and Gurjan balsam. All right, y'all. Here we go. You do get a slight hint of cannabis or a note or an accord that smells of cannabis, but for the most part, you're going to get some leather from that saffron, I believe. You're going to get a green feel from the green notes and the Divana. All right. The thyme is providing a little bit of that green feel as well, but you're going to get a dry tobacco blended with a dry coffee, like grinded coffee beans on this one. Now, in here, you are going to get a faint raspberry note. Now, as far as the violet, I think it's more of a supplemental note in the musk, or kind of toning down some of the green, some of the harshness of the dry tobacco and coffee and cinnamon. But you're going to get a small amount of underlying sweetness in here, provided from that tonka, into a combination that's going to pretty much smell like a cheaper version of Black Afghano. All right. Now, here's the thing. You're going to look at these notes. You're going to say, hey, they almost look, or they look very similar when it comes to when it comes to what we got, when it comes to it in Black Afghano. But truth be told, it's the feel that you get from Black Afghano that changes. And there are only a couple of notes that would explain why. So Black Afghano got similar profile, but here's the deal. Cannabis is stronger, definitely. The resins, the incense, and it doesn't just have wood, it has oud in there. And it is a darker oud nature. Trust me. This oud is animalic to some degree, along with the animal notes that it provides. All right. But that incense, very apparent, very obvious. All right. The resin's going to give it a little thicker nature to it. All right. Cedar is a little sweeter, a little woodier. It's darker. And I ain't gonna lie, the Afghano, ask anybody, Afghano is going to sing off your skin. Whereas Viper, I've worn it twice already. This doesn't project well off my skin. All right. And honestly, if I had to say how long it lasts, I only probably get about 5 hours out of it that I've noticed. And then I probably after 4 it becomes a skin scent. And then after 5, I'm like sniffing hard. All right. Almost snorting to see if I can still recognize it on skin. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's not bad, but it is the Timu version of Black Afghano, if anything. But Black Afghano, it feels a little creamier. It is definitely more animalic. All right. It's definitely more resinous. And that cannabis note in the beginning, it blends a little bit better with that tobacco feel, even though it's dry noted. All right. So yeah, I can see the comparison to Black Afghano. All right. I can see the comparison, but definitely a different feel, different nature. Definitely got to be Macari. I ain't gonna say Macari. Timu version of it. But is it good? I can see why some people will buy it if that's what you want. But this is another one of those where I say, please stop comparing this to Black Afghano. It's not the same. Definitely not the same. All right, let me go ahead and get back to the chat real quick, man. We got Will on here. He said, if Iftitan and Duoff will be the first 2 full bottles from the house, definitely. Make sure you use that Sips 10, my friend. All right. Yep. Mo definitely did like Shabab. All right. I think he kept saying Shabab, but it's Shabab. Have me crack it up, boy. I tell you what. And Simone said, I'm trying to hold on. Yeah, I know. He's winning. Hey, at this point, let him win, Simone. We'll talk to you later for sure. And yeah, and my guy, X Straight the Bar, you said the whole site is sold out. No, there's actually hold on. Let me get you to the website, my boy. All right. Let me get you to the website and see if anybody else put it in there. What up, crew? What up, baby? All right. Mr. Clark said, Samardi, I'm wearing Samardi on my other hand right now, and I keep going back to it, man. Samardi is good. All right. All right. Samardi is good. Let me see here. Bear with me, my guy. I'm gonna put it up in the chat. All right. I'm gonna put it up in the chat because I know you went to the Thana website, but yeah, you actually have to. Let me see real quick. Give me 1 second, man. We'll go ahead and see if I can't pull it up. As a matter of fact, Corey, do me a favor. I see you in here. Do me a favor. Put the website where we can get the Thana from. I know it's not on Thana Parfums. I know we used a different site. Hold on 1 second. Let me see 1 second. Hey, Byron, hold on 1 second. Or maybe it is. Let me get in here. Oh, crew, don't disrespect the brand like that on my live. But I get it. I get it. It ain't for everybody, but I love mine. Initially, Muthere was your second favorite. All right, but Shabab took that over. All right, that's a bit, man. Yeah, Nightbot. Yeah, it was going crazy, boy. It was talking trash and everything. Mo, you like Viper? Yeah, like I said, I get it. It's not for me. All right, I didn't get that cannabis note that strong, but it's definitely in there. But it definitely is not Black Afghano. It is not a good version of it. All right. Yeah, Raf. Hey, this is the season for Nasamato, Pardon, and Duro. You're right. There we go. Let me see. Oh, that's right. Byron. Here's the thing. You got to go to the thanaparfums.us. That was the problem. Right. If you go to thanaparfums.us, then you'll be good. Not the .com. Because I made that mistake too when I first went on. Let me see here. Parfums. You see. Dang. I thought it was in here. www. Let me make sure I got it. Hell, continue the site. Yeah, I'm not sure, but it says that it should be, man. All right. It says that if you go to thanaparfums.us, you should be good, man. That's what I'm showing. But yeah, hey, Mo, shout out to you, man. Hey, this is good. It's not really my speed at this point. I am gonna wear it a few more times to see if I can get used to it. But because I'll be honest with y'all, I probably got several. I've got a lot of Rasasi. Rasasi is an easy reach brand for me. All right. Am I gonna wear anything with buttons? Probably not. But running errands, going to the gym, oh, it works just fine, baby. Works just fine. You know what I'm saying? But hey, but yeah, man. But shoot, hey, that is my example. All right. That is what I'm here to talk about. Yeah. It's important that in this space that y'all find your journey. All right. Plot it out, figure out what you want, figure out what you like. All right. Don't just be running around here blind buying and blindly spending. This hobby is expensive. And it makes no sense for you to just be throwing your money away because even if you're like Ekroom where you can get a good amount of it back, why lose that little bit? You know what I'm saying? Especially in this climate, you know. Um, Definitely want to get into that. But yeah, this is it, man. If you want to know where to start your journey and how it's more than likely going to add up or what to do, what to buy, if you want to continue or enhance your journey, enhance your nose in this journey, hey, I'm telling you right now, two good ones to start at. Hadamain Amber Oud, Dubai Night, and of course we got Rasasi Hawass Atlantis. Two good ones to start off if you're looking for a date night fragrance or an aquatic fragrance. All right. Two good ones. All right. Two transitional mid-level fragrances to get into. All right. For your aquatic feel, kind of a blue natured fragrance, I would go with the designer brand, Brioni. This is Brioni EDP Intense. All right. Definitely a good one for aquatic. And of course, Tom Ford Noir Extreme would be that transitional fragrance if you're looking for a good date night. All right. For sure. Now, the space that we all end up getting to, whether it be early or late, whether it be quick or fast, quick and fast, or slow and over time, is the niche realm. And if you're looking for something that's going to give you an aquatic feel, All right. A tropical aquatic feel at that. Day 3, Del Mar is one that I would recommend. Very affordable niche. All right. And of course, last but not least, for a beautiful money well spent, all right, high-end niche date night fragrance, I am going with from the House of Thana, Dwarf. All right, Dwarf. Now, yeah, appreciate y'all for coming out. Let me go ahead and get to this chat one more time. All right. My guy, stay tuned, said, got a visit party. It was years ago. Same, man. And I got a friend that owns a store. I'm about to go get my nose on it again tomorrow. Might go early and try and see if he'll let me spray it and wear it out. But Joel said, after years of buying and trying different stuff, your blind buying fail percentage gets lower. True, true. Because you start to understand how some of these houses are blending some of these notes. You also start to understand the nature for some of these notes and fragrances, you know? So yeah, the blind buying fail does get lower, but at the same time, who wants to still run the risk? It's best if you know. So I get you, my guy, but you know, we're here to, you know, get rid of that. You know, we started off, Joel, as blind buy warriors, but you know what? We suffered a lot of scars, suffered a lot of injuries, financially, monetarily, however you want to see it. But now, you know, as being older and vets in this space, it's our duty to kind of help guide the next generation or the people that are coming in. It doesn't even have to be a generational thing, just people that are coming in. It's our duty to kind of guide them and provide them with some understanding of where they should start, recommendations on where they should transition and how they should transition. All right. And that's what I'm providing. Me more so, I'm providing a purpose and an explanation as to why they differ, which should help people out tremendously as well. All right. What up, Dave? He said that intense is fire and noir extreme. You already know, baby. Dame coming in with the normal statement. Fire. It is definitely fire. It's good having you in here, my guy. He says, Scent of the Day is Polarity by Nazar. All right. Yes, Jason, I've been screaming it to the mountaintops. Sips 10 for 10% off of your purchase at www.thanaparfums.us. Check it out. That boy Dame said, Thana will be seeing me very, very soon. Oh, yeah, I heard that they're supposed to be opening shop up there in North Carolina. Is that what you meant? Is that what you meant? Or are you talking about you actually going to buy one? Let us know, because we still waiting on that backup bottle of Seraphine Blue, brother. Let us know. Fragcom wants to know. Joel said, true, Jim. For new people, don't jump over to the end. Yeah, follow the journey. Yes, follow the journey and enjoy the journey, man. That's one of the most important things nowadays, man. But that's what we're here for, man. Hey, like I said, y'all, appreciate y'all for coming out. Hey, thank you for coming to another episode of Start Here. Thank you for coming in, hollering at your boy, spending a little time with me. Spend a little time hearing what I have to say, getting my input, you know. Hopefully I was able to help some of y'all with your journey today. Hopefully I was able to shine a little light on what to look for and what the difference is. So when you do get ready to spend your money, you understand what you're paying for, both in the quality and the notes and how the perfumes are put together and what all the experience that you're getting, you know. Like I said before, we understand that, you know, for some, wearing perfume is about simply smelling good to others. For others, it is about smelling good for yourself, but also enjoying how the fragrance breaks down on you. You know what I'm saying? It's about the experience more so than other people's experience. It's about your own personal experience. And that's where people come into line of enjoying niche fragrances. Because not only when you wear niche do you get a story behind the fragrance itself, but in most cases, you also get a wearing experience that differs completely from the dupes and the designers, for sure. So Like I said, man, appreciate y'all for coming out. All right. Thank y'all for hearing what I had to say. All right. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Let every sip be a sip of inspiration, and let every sniff lead to a new discovery. I definitely appreciate y'all for coming out. We should be back live again tomorrow, man. I got a little segment I got to talk about a house and a discovery kit that I received. Shout out to Corey Black Aroma. Smelt a couple of these, was very intrigued, and man, it's gonna be good having a chance to share this with you, man, for real. Um, as I am continuing my journey through these fragrant streets. So once again, appreciate y'all for coming out. Much love to y'all who spent a little bit of time, even if you just scroll through. Appreciate your second or two. All right. And for all the trolls that love to share a little hate, I find it funny, but keep the jokes coming. I need something. I need something to bring a smile to my face some days. So anyway, man, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Till the next time, y'all be easy. Let's go.